Welcome back to some more alpha testing of Under a Rock, everyone. Hope you all had a good week. Happy Friday. Welcome. Really appreciate y'all. And everyone who joins early and leaves a like on the stream and everything, really appreciate y'all as well. Hey, Code, welcome in. Ian Waddles, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope this game will slap. Have fun. Heck yeah. So far, I have really been enjoying what I've been seeing of Under a Rock. And we've had enough changes and updates and all kinds of things to the alpha that I just keep having some news for you guys each week, which is awesome. So this has been great. Such a great time to check it out as well when it's kind of quiet in between the big launches that we're going to be having toward the end of the year. September 9th being the first one. We got Valheim 1.0, and then we got Enshrouded 1.0 on October 15th. And then we got the next Windrose update, the Ashlands. It's going to be jam-packed. We even got a bunch of Hightail news today of their next update that's going to be kind of coming with some custom dungeons and things. All kinds of stuff, which is really exciting. So I've just been kind of laying low lately, taking a break from some of the survival games just to kind of recharge myself, be ready to go full on when these games come out kind of toward the end of the year. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Hey, Irksome, welcome in. Who are you? Memory's a little fuzzy. I don't know, Irksome. I wonder who you are. I don't remember seeing you in my chat before. I don't know. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. All right. We will miss you. Hey, Code. Welcome back. Yeah, dude, what have you been up to lately? Any favorite games and stuff? How's RuneScape been and all that? Let me go ahead and launch up Under a Rock now, because we got some exciting stuff. They added even more decorations and landscape things. They're even adding Hobbit doors. Like round doors and door frames to the game. Like literally everything we're suggesting the devs are adding, and they're doing it within a week. It's crazy. Can only complain a little. Uh-oh, Irksome, what you got to complain about? Hey, hope all is well. Fades into the shadows without telling anyone. I know, Code, I know. I gotta get more consistent, Gotta get more consistent. Odin, welcome in. Subway, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Sophie from Canada. Heck yeah, really love the builds. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you join us today. Thank you. Let's see here. Let me go to my my game capture. It'll show up here soon. Won't have much time for all the end of the year till mid next year. Gotcha. Don't have to stress to try everything right away. Very true. You'll have some good polished experiences when you jump in, for sure. Kind of been taken over with Power World 1.0 Code. Heck yeah. I know a bunch of you have been playing that. I didn't do Power World on the channel, and I probably won't get into it. Like I said, Under a Rock and maybe Guardians of the Wild Sky and stuff. Kind of my version of Power World. But yeah, apparently they added a lot with the 1.0 for that, and a bunch of people are liking it, which is super cool. Playing Soul Mash till 2 a.m. Irksome with Katie and... Oh, dude, nice. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying Soul Mask. Amy Davis, welcome in. Has it actually been released yet? No. Under Rock does not even have a release date yet. This is just an alpha that is focused purely on the building of the game at the moment. So yeah, big shout out to Nordic Trolls, the development team, for allowing me to showcase it to you guys and share the updates and kind of share what they've been working on. They often join a lot of the streams. You might see them stop by today. Sometimes they'll watch the VODs and stuff. It's been so great though. They've been adding so much awesome stuff to this game. Hey Joe, welcome in. How's life been treating me? Hey, I've been good lately. Been really good. Starting a next Windrose build. I'm gonna do the Pirate Fortress on top of the hill there. It's gonna be a long building video, so I hope you guys are ready for over an hour of build video soon. It should be fun. Starting on Power World next week. Nice, Irksome. Been putting it off. Heck yeah. Never played much in early access, but with 1.0, some community members convinced you to try it. And yeah, Inner Arc and Pokemon Love. Hey, that's perfect. That is perfect. Orc trolls are amazing. Yeah. Yeah, they're so awesome. Hey, Casey, welcome in. Did you faint because I'm live? Welcome, everyone. Hope y'all are doing well. Thanks for answering. Been waiting on this game to come out for years. Getting kind of tired of waiting. Yeah, it has been a while. It has been a while. They kind of hyped it very early. Let's see, big cave by water. Let's just go in here. I'm just gonna show you guys a bunch of pieces and do a bunch of testing and some building stuff today, and just chat again, because it's great. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of news right now for the game. You know, I would guess probably 2027 time frame. It's yeah, they definitely hyped it pretty early. I'm so glad we're getting to see something though. So glad that we have now an alpha, and we're getting to see a lot of the things they're adding to the game, the building, what the devs want from the game, which is really great, really great. Hey Lisa, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We're never here for games. That's just buttery smooth voice. Hey, Code. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm glad you like my voice. We're trying. We oh yeah, speaking of that, I over the weekend I did a big project. We revamped the studio. I don't know if you guys can hear a difference in audio quality today, but we're not as echoey. You might have to have like really good headphones on or have listened to like a direct pass stream. I acoustically treated my room. I built a whole bunch of acoustic panels. It's awesome. So we have yeah, it was a big project. I did it with my dad over the weekend. Went and visited him, did it in his garage. So yeah, that's super cool. So I've got full-on acoustic panels. I got a new like keyboard desk mat, some rawhide leather and cut it to size. I got a glass mouse pad. The studio's like pretty much finished now, which I'm super stoked about. So I'm super happy about that. And at least from when I was doing some testing, I'm much happier about the sound now that we got it. Reminds me, I need to send you some books. Want to read and get you to narrate them. Hey, Code. Yeah, what kind of books? A studio tour video sometime? Dude, maybe I should. Maybe I should do it. We could do a live studio tour. What'd you guys think of that? Someday, I could try to hook my phone up on the network as like a camera. Or borrow somebody's phone that's got like a newer phone. And my phone's like 10 years old, and yeah, it lags even when I'm trying to do a text. I gotta get a new one. Revamp the studio. Notice the lack of window confirming your vampire studies more. Yeah. Can tell by your voice that you're a very chill guy. Heck yeah, Joe. All ready for Enshrouded 1.0? Drayshawn, welcome in. Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be here before you know it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot wait as well. All right, let's see here. I wanted to check out some of their new things. So they've been fixing some of the snapping rules as well for some things over the last week or so. They added now all the stone foundation pieces. So like the devs before were like, oh yeah, you could just use like the stone triangle floor, which is awesome. But they saw that I was like looking for the stone triangle foundation piece. They added that. Basically just filling in like all the gaps, doing all the things that we've wanted, which is just amazing. Super cool. So yeah, we're getting all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, they added a whole freaking new building set, you guys. A whole new building set I gotta show you, okay? We get the rickety building set, all right? So since last time, we get the rickety foundation, rickety triangle foundation pieces, rickety floors. We get the rickety walls. Look at this. Look at this. So many different variations too. Like this little beam thing. We get the ones with like the mossy roof. There you go, Catesy. Check that out. The rickety building set. They added this since our last stream. So like they're snooping. They're listening to everything we want. They added these beautiful fence pieces. Look at this. and then the rope fences. I mean, so many cool things. The little mossy overhangs if you just want the overhangs. So yeah, if you're trying to do like a cool barn build for your animals and things in this game, you can. You can see here we got the mossy stone shingles. Again, we gotta have a bit of different snapping rule, but look at that. Let's see. Let me scroll out. You guys can kind of see the top of that maybe. All kinds of things, like the one that is like slightly dilapidated there, where some of the shingles like fell off, and we just have some structural roof. But so many pieces, whole new freaking building set since the last time we were live, and all the new columns and things to go along with it. So yeah, moss for the chip. Yeah. Why you get called out? You're not the moss boss. Well, hey, you're part of the influence for this little bit of moss and stuff on the roofs. You want me to build the moss roofs in every game, so you know, gotta call you out. But yeah, it's this is awesome, super cool. We get this whole new set. The rickety single steps here, so that we can build our stairs. Oh yeah, we gotta kind of go the other direction. But yeah, so many cool pieces here to work with this new construction set. This is awesome. Love the enthusiasm, so refreshing. Hey, I'm excited. This is pretty cool. And every week, the fact that I can bring you guys this game as it's developing live is just such a cool thing. We don't get to do that with many games. Is very cool. Yeah, the mossy roofs is definitely awesome. Oh, I hear Dodo and Snugget fighting it out over there. I have to step up design Chisel's merch line for him since he's been so busy. Dude, okay, it's so funny. Another friend was actually messaging me about that the other day in Discord. Like, hey, what you doing for the merch when you coming out? I still want to try to get it done by this year. At least a few designs, you guys. At least some of like the classic ones. And I'm kind of wondering. I'm thinking simple stuff like black on white, white on black, possibly some like brand color stuff. Do you guys want like the sketches and the quotes and stuff to be on the backs of the shirts and things, with like the little Chiselchip axe logo on the front, maybe on the chest or something, or like other way around? Do you want it to have like the sketches on the front, or some of both? Like, what do you guys like wearing? I'm trying to keep things simple. I don't like super shouty, overly colorful, crazy, dramatic type merch. But yeah, we're talking about merch code. Hey, Poisonable, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I gotta get you to come join in Windrose. I'm doing some more building in there. This game should add colors. Oh, in their set of construction. That would be so cool. Yeah, Soblay. If they added paint, I wonder how that would work and look. Actually, it's not a bad suggestion. Not a lot of games have paint. I'm thinking like Dawn of Defiance and stuff from when we played that. You have a knack for collecting coffee cups. Yeah, we got to do some mugs for sure. Depends on the design. If you want input, feel free to reach out. Heck yeah, Casey. Okay. V-neck, please. At least one option. Absolutely. I can try to do that. Yeah. No, I totally get you guys, because we've got a plenty good split of females in the audience too. And maybe some of it's trial and error. You guys will have to let me know, like, how do certain things fit and stuff. Like, all feedback once I start releasing some merch, absolutely welcome, and I'll keep tweaking stuff if that's needed. Been a minute. Insomnia and life just been OP lately. Oh man. And yes, I need to see how far you've gotten. Heck yeah, I'll try to reach out to you again. That would be awesome. Pal World has painting, just saying. Ooh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, and liked Raph's paint system. Nice. I have seen it, but I have not played Raph, so that's cool. And Grimy One, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, this is a big thing. We got this dilapidated build set, which I just love. That's a super cool build set. So let me just scroll through and see. We have all the triangles, all the wooden like beam pieces, like these things. You know, it's gonna be so cool when they have all the snapping adjustments and things for everything that we can do with that new build set. Obviously, they keep adding more to the backpack and things too. So many little customizable things that we can place. Let's see, decoration. This is where we are getting some more. Look at this. We have like rickety rope piles, rickety rope, other things here to go along with that new that building set, which I think is new. This is really cool. Rickety hanging ropes so that we could just create like full-on docks and just crazy decoration for our creations, which is super cool. So yeah, we have all of that new in the decoration, and then the landscaping. Oh yeah, let's check the lights here. Check on the lights. The garden candle, I feel like that's new. Maybe I'm tripping, but maybe that's new. If merch is available for Christmas, know what I'm asking for? Chip merch. Heck yeah. We'll try to get it available for Christmas. I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah. If anyone has like ways they know, so I don't have like Adobe Illustrator and stuff. I'm trying to find a way to turn sketches into like vectorized images. I wonder if there's like AI or other programs that can do that, where you can scale it nice and big and keep it high resolution. I'm trying to just look at some things right now, you know, because I think I've got kind of a use affinity. Okay. Yeah, I can try that. Love you to test out different foundations or shell builds in Under a Rock. Wait, what do you mean by that, Code? What do you want to see? I'm happy to do like anything if you guys want to test anything in this game. Graphic designer by day, remember. All right, Code. Let me reach out to you then. Affinity is a great free vector program. Awesome. Okay. Or Kiddle. Okay, that's what Casey's saying. All right, I'll check some of these out. That's awesome. Let's see, what do we got now here? We got the Flora 1, the Flora 2. Oh, this is perfect. Getting these ones, which we had, but I'm about to show you guys some cool things. I think it's in the landscaping. Yeah. All right. Check it out. We have every last bit of things to fill in the cliffs. So the devs on the last stream were like, you know, they're ready for us to build a cave hobbit hole. All right, I gotta do this in some open space. Let's see here. Gotta do this in some open space to show you guys. They've added so much in the landscaping. Daughter is a graphic artist. Ask her about that. She might even do it for free. Oh, cool, Lisa. Yeah, let me know. I'm just looking for different ideas and designs and other things. Okay, so we have these cool cliff pieces. Look at this. And I could even like rotate it and float them. You know, like let's say we wanted to do 2 of those on both sides, and then we get rock arch pieces too. Like look at this. I could like glitch it, you know, down into the ground, spin it around. Look at all the landscaping items they're giving us. Like I said, you guys, this game does not have terraforming, but you can basically terraform. Like this is crazy. I'm gonna try to oh, is the thing just overcast? What is it? Weather, select preset, clear skies. Oh, there we go. I wanna just show you guys these things here. Yeah, it's very cool. She plays Enshrouded 2, V Rising Arc, and a bunch of others. Oh, nicely. So that's awesome. Heck yeah. Just had a genius idea. Have your username in various fonts of survival games you've been playing. That could be kind of cool. That could be pretty cool. Yeah. Too good of friends to charge him. Oh, Code. If I got the money, I'm paying y'all the design stuff and things. I would. And for the most part, I'll probably be doing a lot of my own for now, but I really appreciate y'all. Yeah, this is so awesome. It is really cool. Who needs terraforming? You just place anything? Exactly, right? Yeah. This is great. Absolutely great. We get the spike ones there. So these we get the, like, if we wanted to do our own caves, just imagine this, you guys. Imagine building your own, like, massive cave base. We can hang things from the ceiling, like these. Oh man, this is cool. Yeah, all like the larger arches too. These bigger, like, cave pieces. Let's, like, glitch that down a little so it sort of fits there. Crazy stuff. Big cliff pieces. This is sweet. Some of these rocks, and we can just, like, blend them down to sort of create our own, like rotate it around, and then even use, like, some of the other rocks. So, like, once we have a start of something, we can use these little guys to kind of fill in and get it to where we want it, and literally just start creating our own landscapes to build our bases. I mean, this is something that I was telling them they gotta build upon this, and they're building upon it. Look at that. This is so cool. And then, yeah, to think that you could, you know, if you could then go in with some of your, like, foliage and stuff and just really start decking it out. If we want to do, like, a little bit of red up on the top here, could do that, you know, and just start doing all kinds of cool landscaping features. Still think it'd be sweet if they could manage to allow us to place, like, little waterfall sources. I'm just gonna say things. I'm just gonna say things that are on my mind, you know. If the devs watch these and it's like they keep adding stuff, this would be sweet. This is freaking awesome, though. You know, maybe a little rock flower there. Just, yeah. I have not seen games that can do this kind of thing. And this is what I think games like this need, that don't, like, it doesn't innately have terraforming. And so this just perfectly allows for that sort of terraforming feel. And then let's say you had, like, a little rock circle, okay? So let's say we built, like, let's take some cliffs maybe and build some sort of cool, like, little rock garden or something. And let's see, maybe this piece here. Let's do this one here. What about, like, this one maybe as, like, a little flat sort of rock piece. You could even fill in the centers with some of the, like, grass pieces. So, like, let's see here. If we wanted to, we could raise up these and almost, like, glitch it in, and you'd just think it's, like, grass here, right? And then you could just have the side of it, like, because there's no such thing as, like, a red building piece in this game. Everything's fair game, and everything fits, like, everywhere. Oh, this one here didn't quite snap in. There we go. And then you see what I'm saying? And then you could just start filling in things. We could maybe, like, stack some ferns, some bushes, and basically what we just done is made ourselves, like, a little hill right here with some of the grass. Let's see. Let's do, like, a big mossy big mossy wad right there or something, right? Let's see here. Let's do some of these rocks. I don't know. Just trying all kinds of different things here. Maybe one of these ones, but, like, glitched way down so the moss kind of looks like it's coming through. One of those there. And then we could even do, like, some cool, let's see, like a ramp rock. Like, what if we took this piece and then sunk it way down and then rotated it and almost, like, did something like this, so you could, like, walk up on your little hillside thing there. And then, like, you could put all the little, like, animal beds or things up in here, have your own, like, little oasis, or like, this is just so cool. This is so cool. You gotta admit, that's awesome. If it had waterfall rock garden would be so much fun to build. Yeah, that would be really cool. It would be really cool. Like, what I'm thinking is, all right, so yeah, if any of the devs are watching the VOD or something, all right, let's see. What I'm thinking is, in terms of water, right, it's not enshrouded, so it's not like they could really do, like, voxel flowing water physics. I mean, maybe they could, but the easier way that they could still pull it off is to do almost like the equivalent of, like, a bathtub piece, if that makes sense. So, like, water that is like the little bathtub pieces that you could place down and then like phase rocks around them to make it look natural, so to speak. So like multiple different sizes of bathtubs that you could then, that's just like a little round basin of water, and you place it down, and then waterfall pieces that would just like pour water in. So you could like put your bathtub where we put these grass rocks, for example. Yeah, like little pools, exactly, Code. Put like the little pool of water where we put this grass, for example, and then have a little waterfall piece that we could place like on the rock or something and falling into it. You know what I'm saying? Like that could work. That could probably work. Cause yeah, that would make for a pretty cool, the little gardens and landscapes and things. And there probably will be like official farming and everything like that in this game as well. We've kind of seen some stuff in the trailers. So yeah, I love the new rocks. It's amazing. Yeah, the freedom in this game. It really, like, even since the first alpha stream, they're really building on a lot, and I'm loving it. It really is awesome. Kind of like you did in Enshrouded with the river and ice prior to the water coming in the game. Exactly, Code. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. The plants are interacting. Yes, these guys do. So that's awesome. The moss foliage doesn't as much, which I'm not as big on that. They still need to make the grass interactive and some of the water and things. Some of the plants are interactive though, so yeah, they're working on it, which is super cool. Something like what Sims does for pools. Oh, okay. I gotta check that out. Don't need to dig down because you can just build anything. Yeah, on top with no collision. Exactly, Twiggle. Exactly. And that's, yeah, this tree, like, I didn't even have to care that this tree was in the way. There's just no such thing as not being allowed to place a piece. And that's something like Windrose and other games, they have limitations in that regard, because the pieces just can't overlap. It's like they're red. And in this game, it just doesn't matter where you place things. Building pieces or anything. It's amazing. Which is really cool. It's really cool for builders, and I'm very curious to see like how they do, whether it's like base raids or the survival elements of the game to sort of still be fun with all of this. It's going to be awesome, but I think they've got a lot of cool stuff planned. Farming is confirmed, and a lot of plants we ask for will come with farming. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of the farming stuff related to it. Wouldn't expect them to make all the grass be interactive like that. I'm sure it would be a major performance hit. This is actually a fair point, Irksome. It could be, but with the nanite and lumen and everything else they're doing in this game, I don't think interactive grass would actually be that big of a performance hit. And it's also something that you can choose to turn off in a lot of games. So like they have an animations slider. For like trees waving in the wind and interactive foliage, things like that. So I think you'd be surprised. I think it would actually perform pretty well by still having it. So yeah, I think that'd be awesome if they did it. Let's see, festivals. I think those were the big things. And then we don't have the whole round Hobbit door set yet. I'm kind of waiting on that before I do my cave Hobbit hole build, like that video. Because they just introduced it in the Discord the other day, and I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. So I gotta check it out. No worries, Casey. Blows me away is how the blizzard snow covers the grass. Yeah, the interactive weather system in this game is actually really good. I like it a lot. Maybe they'll add a slider for it. Hate for people to, with slightly older GPUs, have a bad experience. Yes, Irksome. This is very true. And performance-wise, let's just see. So I have everything on maximum settings, as is right now. Let's see where we're sitting. And it is early access. So 68 degrees Celsius on my 4090. It's running way better than Enshrouded does, for example. So, if you can play Enshrouded, you're guaranteed to play this game. And like I said, this is all maximum settings, and it runs way better than Enshrouded. And which is expected. Enshrouded, with the voxel game and stuff, it's hard. Cowgirl Katie, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, maybe, but I think the biggest thing, with that is like they could have sliders. They absolutely can, and a lot of adjustability and things. But yeah, I think they'll probably do like a UI portion, you know, because we were mentioning like a saturation slider and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that I would love to see eventually. Is yeah, just a lot of performance tweaks. But they mentioned that would be the case. That like I'm even surprised we got as many character customization options this early. You know, if that makes sense, just in the alpha. Forgot how to look up your Discord ID. Signing up for the alpha test of a different game. Oh, cool. Nice, Irksome. Hey, Still Saber, welcome in, and Guile, welcome. Doing pretty well, Katie. How about you? Hope you're having a good Friday. All right. So what I'm thinking here is with some of these new pieces. What do you guys think? We should do a little bit of cave work. I'm really curious to see like how much we could deck out this cave and do like an entrance of the cave, right? Let's see here. Let's do like that maybe. I feel like my character is gonna get stuck here eventually, but let's see. Time. Maybe I'll make it like... Okay, this is a pretty good one, like just afternoon. That's good. Okay. And then maybe this piece has got to go like on top. Yeah, being able to like have like a flying build piece mode, which they were already saying was kind of confirmed. Either way, you can still climb on stuff. Like the traversal in this game is top tier. I'm just trying to like see like what could we do to sort of build our own like rock formations, and then little stuff like this we could fill in with like, let's see, like I want a little rock there, and then let's grab a little cactus and pop it there. Let's go up to some foliage and kind of drag this in here to blend the side of the cave down a little bit. Put like a little moss wad there, maybe a little plant. Okay. So I'm just almost trying to drag this cave out and make it larger, if that makes sense. Let's go back to the cliffs. Just a little bit of practice for what I'm gonna try to do for this Hobbit hole design that I'm thinking of. So essentially, like, we can start with some of these bigger chunks, right? And let's see here. Let's put like a big one there. Let's kind of rotate this one around. Maybe put that there. And then, let's see here. Let's do maybe this one over here. Ooh. See, I even love that, like, the character it's hard for it to get stuck in the terrain here, which is really cool. Like, when we place these pieces, this is really nice. Okay, let's put, like, a little rocky piece there. And then start grabbing like some slab pieces. So let's see. I'm gonna rotate this around. But you can see how we're just building off of this cave essentially. And then let's see here. Let's put this like up here. And then maybe another one like that. And just start like going over the top, I guess. Doing a hobbit hole, something like that, Still Saber. We're just messing. I do want to do like a cave hobbit hole in this game eventually, and so I'm wanting to test out some things and see sort of how this could work. We could even make our own like mini cave entrance. Let's do that. Let's put like a little entrance on the front there, and then grab like our angled rock here, kind of angle it in, sort of glitch it in the front. Yeah, this is really cool. We could harvest, let's see here. I don't know if I can cut down the... Well, I can cut down the tree at least. This bush here, or this little tuft, is not harvestable. Unless I accidentally placed that. Oh, hey, look at that. Did. That's why it wasn't harvestable. Okay. Cool, so we've got this. This part could be filled in, so let's do a little bit of rock like on the outside here. Let's kind of phase this down a little bit there. And then, let's see here. Let's kind of go like in there with it. That's kind of nice. Maybe taking some spike rock to go like up like that. This is really cool. Okay. And then maybe this piece to kind of phase up into there. Now maybe we could do some more little bits of foliage here and there. Like a little mushroom on the rock. Some of this growth is kind of cool. Let's phase that in over there. This is just so neat that we can make it all look very natural with what we're doing here. A little bit of planting there, if that works. Looks pretty nice. And then we could even just stack up. I wonder how much this stuff really could like stack if we almost phased it. Because our character can actually like kind of sort of walk on it if it was like the terrain. Let's see. Some brighter green up in here for a little bit of this like grass. All right, this is nice. So the only time it's red, by the way, when you see it being red, is when my character is in the way. So that's the only thing there. But see, now we're starting to build out our own cave. We've got a little entrance here. We've got kind of a bit of a rock enclosure, which is really cool. And then over the entire top of it is where we could start using all of the rock slabs and all kinds of things. So I can, if I can't quite jump on things, I can sometimes climb, but that time is all jumpable. So let's see, let's go to maybe some of these rocks and just start like going around with them, glitching them down in a little bit. Maybe we have all the slab ones too, you know, all these guys for like, you know, the stepping stones and things that we can definitely glitch in there as well. Let's see about a little bit of grass in this area. I think it's missing something there. And the whole roof here as well we could just do out of plants and grass, because like the top of the cave would kind of have a bit of that, you know. I could do a combination of this stuff and then like, you know, start going in with it a little bit. Let's see. Go to some more of the rocks. Let's go to these larger, like, flat ones here. And then every time you place things, it always auto-rotates back to other things. We already have let the devs know that, though. You know, that's probably going to be coming in the snapping, some of the snapping updates. But point being, you see how we can sort of create the outline of a Hobbit hole here, just with using the terrain, which I think is kind of cool. Happy shrooms. Yes. Foliage alone makes you want to play? Yeah, it's awesome. Sound Pilot, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, should just make your own cave. Exactly, Code. Like, we really could. And no worries. Have a good lunch. Yeah, this is awesome, though. And so if we wanted to, like, let's see here. Let's just keep rotating these around. Sort of glitch this in. And then sort of phase that rock in. These ones are nice for, like, the roofs of caves. Maybe a couple more, like, rock slab variations, but I'm already pretty dang happy with what they've been adding, so. Okay, let's see here. This is it's starting to get a little bit hard. Let's put like that there. Maybe get one of these guys and fill in just like right here. That works. So yeah, it's a slow process, but I figure you guys might be interested in this, and we could just really test out how the landscaping could work. I have a feeling if I walk... Oh, wait. Yeah, I can kind of walk on what's there. That's good. Could spam those for the bottom ceiling and then build up with a different shape after. True. just to get like a shape. Actually, that's not a bad idea. What if I did? What if I just took the rock? We have like a bunch of these small ones. What if I just like started going Bob Ross here as if it was like a rock. Oh goodness, as if it was a rock brush. Because we could. All right, those went too high. So we'd have to like be a little bit careful not to keep going like way up. But you're right, we absolutely could. We could just start like spamming these little rocks everywhere, even these little slab ones, and creating our cave roof here. And then we could just take more pieces and things and come over it. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, just to get it covered and then mesh it all to hide it after. Absolutely. It's a hand? Yeah, you could do like stone sculptures with these. Big stone golems or statues. Absolutely could do that. Let's see. This little guy, I don't think this is really harvestable. Wait. Oh, wait. Wow. Oh, this is like it's like a crystal. All right, I'm gonna hit it with the axe. I wonder how many crystals we get before it breaks. Foul crystal. Interesting. I'm just gonna keep hitting it. Maybe it doesn't break. Or maybe I need the pickaxe? Maybe the pickaxe will go faster for this, like... Yeah, maybe? It does a little more damage. So that's got a lot of, I don't know if it breaks. Some things already also harvestable with E. There we go, that broke. Nice. And then this thing stays, I'm pretty sure. But again, we can kind of glitch that in. All right, let's go back to the time and bring it back a little for you guys, just so we can see what we're doing in here. And then let's see, this one we could go with the bigger rocks just to kind of get this covered. Yeah, this is absolutely working. Oh wait, that's like perfect. These medium style rocks, just like stand here and start putting them over to cover the cave entrance. Wait, that's actually really good. Oh man, that works great. Yeah, and then once we sort of have the basic shape, I can take them and then start filling in, you know? We could grab some of these little guys, start kind of phasing some of these rocks, get some of the larger cross-platform ones, and then do like this kind of a thing, that maybe, and then start getting the little bits of foliage and placing them around. Yeah, this is really cool. To where it's like the rock is almost coming out of the grass here, because yes, we got to have like a, what was the undo button? Z. Okay, that's perfect. All right, let's do one there. Couple little plantings there maybe, and then yeah, this whole side we can sort of glitch some things into here. A few ferns here and there. Maybe a little bit there. This I want to do maybe a few more rocks just to like smooth it out. So let's take like the medium one and put some of these. Maybe one like in here where the bushes are. And we're essentially building our own cave right now, which is really cool. Trying to anyway. I think it's working. That the cave you've been hiding in? Yeah, indeed, you know it. And then, I mean, maybe because it's like a rock formation, you know, like on the top, we could even just do like something like that. Just to really like bring it out, you know, make it look natural, I guess. And then get some more of these and really cover the top of the cave here. And this is essentially what I would do for like my own custom, you know, Hobbit hole design. We'd build our own cave, cover the top with a bunch of this greenery to sort of look like it's moss and stuff. You know, maybe we could put a bunch of it in here, just to make it look like some vines are coming out of it right here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, just removing the patterns. Exactly. See hanging vines? You could also do hanging vines from the ceiling inside. Absolutely. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do like today's gonna be a practice day for landscaping. Primarily because they added all those rock arches and things that I think was just really cool. If we wanted to do some colors, oh yeah, they fixed the glitch too that made the game crash sometimes when you would select a terrain piece. Yeah, if we want to do a little bit of red in there. Let's see. What about, yeah, some of these browns is nice. This piece is also kind of small. Just to do a bit of like dead foliage around some of these little rocks here. This is kind of nice. I love how it just feels like this like terrain brush tool. I love that. So yeah, we're starting to get there. And then little individual things on the very top is what's going to make it come to life, you know. Maybe we do a little rock there. Maybe we grab some of these different mushroom variations and start growing them around. You know, maybe a couple of these little like flower things. And it starts looking like it's part of the terrain, a bit like that. We can also blend in a bit of the foliage around the sides of the rock as well, to sort of come right into the grass. Place our own bushes out here so that it blends a little bit more, because like you don't want some hard line of like this big rock formation without anything out here. Like we'd want to place like a couple of rocks just looking like it's sort of decaying into the ground around it, because you wouldn't just come across a cave with no rocks around it, kind of a thing. So yeah, we'd want to have like a couple of these little guys, maybe a little something there. I don't know, you guys get the point. A little rock in this side. It's looking pretty good. It's the danger. Welcome in. Enjoying the game. I am loving it. I'm loving it so far. It's awesome. Need an actual IRL landscape on your house? Can you help me? Good. Hey, we do too. It's like I'm in Colorado though. It's so dry here that it's like you start landscaping and it all just gets destroyed like the next second. We gotta get some lighting in here. Let's see, what do we want? Some orange braziers. I just want to start lighting the inside a little bit. Maybe into the cave. Alright, so now we have our ceiling here. And then same thing on the inside, we could go back to landscaping, grab some of these rocks and just kind of... Ooh, the inside's actually really easy to fill in. You could even leave some little light gaps in the ceiling. But look at how smooth that already is. It's not bad, actually. And then you can kind of fill it in. Fill it in with some rocks. And then, yeah, just like Lisa was saying stuff. We can do some hanging vines and try to do a little bit of foliage coming down. So we have all these, which we could absolutely do a little bit of, like here and there in the ceiling, especially like the dead stuff. Maybe some of this, right? We could sort of just like paint this as if it's like a little brush tool along the roof of the inside of the cave here and there, and then we could like pull it down as little tufts of things, and then I could bring in the vines here. Let's see. Let me try to zoom into my character a little bit for the inside. But yeah, absolutely, we can kind of like spam these around even. Make it look like some vines are kind of hanging from the walls as well as the ceiling. We can go down with them as well. We could even switch the variations, so maybe if we wanted some smaller ones, to make some little vines from the ceiling, we absolutely could. This is perfect. Hobbits do like mushrooms. Should post in the Discord to let them know you're streaming there. Oh, in the Under Rock Discord, I probably could. I should put it in the little promo thing. The devs are awesome. I can't give them enough credit. They seem to just find me when I'm live. It's crazy. And it's so nice, like Liquid and stuff. He'll send me messages if I miss some of the posts in the Discord and things like, "Hey, just added these features today." They're awesome. They're listening to so much from the community. It's amazing. So yeah, big shout out to the devs. All right, we want to go to lights again, and I was thinking some of them cool like little band lights. Like what if we put these along the top of the cave? To almost like light the space. Some little twinkles. And then, do we have any like upside down hanging? We have like these ones. These are really cute. These little lanterns. They're very dim, but those would be very great for like some ambient cave lighting. Wouldn't even know where they're coming from. We've got the little jar lights, which are super cool. A little bit of green light if we want them. Those are nice. Yeah, some more hanging lights could be pretty cool. Like, this is nice. I like ooh, that's really cool. Oh, I like these. I can almost glitch it up so that it's just like the little lights coming through. But yeah, some colored hanging lights is kind of what I was thinking. We have a lot of like these little standing ones, but like being able to like rotate them or something to like put a little blue crystal there. I don't know. But anyway, you guys can see we're getting the inside of the cave. Looking pretty snazzy here. Look at that. Look at that. And then this front here, once we get like the little Hobbit doors and stuff. But we basically just built out our own little cave room off of the existing cave. And that was in a matter of what, like 15, 20 minutes, you guys? I wasn't even really trying that much. Imagine the kind of things you could do to build a giant, like, really cool cave base. And, like, this actually looks really good, too. That's awesome. Yeah, those mixed with the hanging vines would be so pretty. Totally. Like, we could come in now with some more of the vines, like, even around them. Like, let's say you want to do, like, some hidden light. Let's see here. Can I scroll into my... There we go. I like that we can at least scroll into our character. Eventually they're going to have like a first person thing too, but yeah, we could absolutely kind of hide them as well with a bit of the foliage coming down. Let's see, let's go with like those ones up at the top to where we could almost do like these little vine lights. I don't know. Yeah. Cuz it is adding light to the cave. It is, which is super cool. Man, yeah, this is awesome. Any other cool things we could like hang from the top? Oh, I wonder if some of these plants have like little roots or things sort of attached to them. Like some of them do. Like we could sort of face some of these little like tufts kind of. Well, that one didn't look so good, but I don't know. I was just wondering if they had yeah, not as much little roots or things that we could come in place. I suppose the mushrooms, they'll probably have a little bit of stuff. This like fungus growth thing looks kind of cool. Could even like have some of the bottom of it peeking through. We of course have all the rock slabs and everything else. But yeah, see, like in here now that we have the cave, we could do like a little like stalactite or something over here, hanging from the cave ceiling, and that's just super cool. And then you could even do like little lights coming down from the bottom of it. Like if you wanted to, we could do these. Let's see, glitch them up in so that they're hidden, and then like boom, we've got a cool little like stalactite light there. A slag light. There you go. want all this stuff in Windrose so bad? Yes! This would be such a cool addition to Windrose. Unfortunately, Windrose is like too big a game for me to like directly be able to tell the devs what to add. It's awesome to get into this one when it's like first starting out, you know, super cool. But yes, Windrose has so much of those rock formations and landscaping and stuff that this would be a super cool addition to that. Absolutely, that would be so cool. Rope bridges and all, like, yeah. This game really is combining a lot of amazing stuff. It's awesome. Other crystals you could put in the ceiling or walls. Unfortunately, not as much, Tesla. That's what I was just commenting about. That I think could be nice to add some more. Because there's all these crystals, right? But we can't really rotate them. We can put them in the floor, right? But that's kind of it. Like if I want a little crystal there. You know, or do some red ones, we can kind of have them in here. Little red one in there. You can kind of glitch them into the walls though, which is kind of neat. So like, let's say I wanted a green one in here. We could almost do it to where it's like not even showing and it will still add green ambient light. That's kind of cool. So like if we wanted a little bit of blue ambient light up here, boom. A little bit of hidden blue on the rock. That's kind of neat, right? But unfortunately, we can't. We don't have these like in an upside down format. Like little hanging crystals could be kind of cool. We have these little wall torches that we could absolutely try to put in like into the walls. You know, you can kind of glitch those in, as little like, you know, torches, but not a whole lot otherwise that we could do. You know, we've got these nice wall torches that I could just use for the cave lighting itself, you know, for a little bit of light. These ones are very dim. And then all the braziers as well. The large rock made you think chandelier. Ooh, yeah, that's actually a good idea. So let's do that, because we do have chandeliers. We do have well, a chandelier at least that looks pretty nice. But absolutely, that would be a cool spot for it, and we could even glitch it up in just a little bit to kind of do that, like hanging from the rock. Absolutely, and then we could get rid of this light now that we've got that chandelier over there. Oh, for sure. They're so bald. Yeah, this kind of stuff would be fantastic. I would love to have this stuff in Windrose for that. And just to be able to create our own, like, rock formations. Like, imagine if you could create some massive, like if we could build our own rocks on our island like that, that would be so cool. You import 3D files like Hightail? Unfortunately not in this game because it's not voxel based. But good question. Good question. Yeah. That would be so cool though. Imagine all that in Windrose. Yeah. Yeah, someone write them, right? That'd be so nice. It's like they're probably too far in development. I mean, you can't ever assume. You never know. Maybe there's ways that we could get a hold of them and suggest some things, but yeah, basically with this game, what I love about it too is like Windrose, you spam lights everywhere and it's going to start getting laggy. In this game, you could have hundreds of thousands of lights all in this cave, and it would never contribute to performance crashes or anything. Right, like we could, it doesn't matter because of the lumen that they use for the lighting here. It would not matter how bright your cave is at all. And then like if we wanted the official floor, like we could first of all we could do like a little slab floor with the natural look that we're going for here. I might honestly do that. Where we could just take some little pavers and bring them around and almost like build out our floor here. It would be cool if there was a foliage remover tool maybe, where you could like temporarily remove or display the foliage in a certain area. Again, just spitting out some thoughts as they come to my mind. Because that would be cool. Like, let's say we don't want some grass poking through the floor here. I could do like a foliage remover tool, and then I could just use the, like, let's say like left click brings the foliage back, right click removes it or something, you know, and then it would, like, basically it doesn't remove it, it would just hide it in that specific spot, if that makes sense. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, we could do like a little rock slab floor by the entrance of the cave. This could be kind of nice. And then we could do maybe some of these guys. Yeah, I don't know. You guys get the point. Do a little cave, and then we have so many, so much in the way of decorations and things too. We could do some cozy little chair there. Need the devs from Windrose to show up on your stream. I mean, I do have their contact info. You know, they reached out to me. They gave me a key for the game when it came out, which was awesome. So I didn't even really know much about Windrose, and then that just came out of nowhere and surprised the heck out of me. All right, so these paintings are like, this is yeah, it's like where it gets stuck on our character sometimes. See, it's like that's always a glitch that I feel like they just can't really like I hope they fix it someday, where things just get stuck as part of our character. But we've known that happens a lot. You know, a little rug. We gotta have a little rug in front of the chair. Audio from the game keeps making you think it's raining here. Oh, yeah, we've got all the little crackling from these braziers. We could take some of them out here. There, that's a little bit less. We still have this brazier, a little bit of crackling, but I like the light from those though. They add a lot of light. Like, what is that? Like that lantern. I love how we can choose different lights based on the brightness we want. Maybe we have like a little like fire pit brazier over here, and like it's just this dim like that's really cool. I like it. Back in the fun, first few days of the alpha are replacing thousands of braziers, outlining the islands to test the system. Yeah, yep, it's great. It's a completely push it overboard. So far, no matter how much I've placed in this game, we have not had any issues whatsoever with lag. So it's been great. And then yeah, on the entrance and stuff, we could do a little bit of foliage here, kind of hanging down from the entrance, and then maybe do some of these guys, rotate them. I don't know. That looks kind of cool. And then if I were to do, you know, like the Hobbit hole, like we could actually put like an official door in here. If we went to the construction, and then we go to the foundation pieces, and let's say maybe, oh goodness, it's on my character again. Maybe we do like a little foundation piece there, and then no, get off my character. There we go. Come on. Nope. Let's do the undo button. Okay, can I get it to stop snapping on my character? The foundations never used to have an issue with this. Maybe it just depends on like stuff that's placed, but yeah, that's a weird bug. Because I can't get it to break away from my character and just be a separate piece. But anyway, maybe we have two of them placed, so I could use the walls. Let's see, what about the rickety pieces? Let's do because it's like a little cave maybe. Do we have a, oh yeah, the Hobbit doors and stuff are going to be added, but I was wondering if we had like a rickety door. It doesn't look like it yet. We have this, the rickety doorway, and that would technically work. And then we can place one of these guys and one of these guys, and then some of the little rickety steps, like a couple of them right here. Ooh, I kind of had that one. There we go. Yeah, and then the rickety wall, the half wall. I'm wondering if we do have the rickety door that we can place right in here. That's perfect. Hey, Kathy, welcome in. Greetings from Germany. Heck yeah. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. I'm confused. Is this early access or is still closed testing? This is not, it's not closed alpha, right? So there's no NDA, which is really cool, so I can share it with you guys. But no, it's not out yet. It will not be in early access at least for another year, I'd say. That's kind of cute though. I like that. Let's see if we can get our foundation pieces back again. That'd be nice. No, I still cannot separate them from my... I think there's just too much going on in here for them to snap, but that's okay. We can always just, what about the floor piece? Maybe this will... Oh. Yeah, that'll kind of snap in. Yeah, that worked. Good enough. So now we have a little entryway to our cave. Looks fairly natural. And the little door. There's no sound. There's a lot of missing sound effects as well, but they're probably gonna keep working on that. Be back shortly. Got to figure out something for brunch. No worries. Forgot you can watch on your phone. Heck yeah, you can. Just be like, Bud, we need vines. Also, let us plant mountains things. yes, Poison Ball, absolutely. Been here next year for so long, but still haven't given up waiting. Yeah, we didn't really know. A lot of other channels were, I shouldn't say like spreading misinformation because nobody really knew, and I think there was a lot of speculation because they hyped this game so early. I should say hyped it, but like they released a lot of info about it very, very early. Started their Discord, 5 years before it would release, kind of a thing. And usually a lot of people sort of have these expectations when they start launching things of like, oh, maybe 3 years from the time of hearing about it first. So a lot of channels were saying like, oh, next year. It's like, no, this game, at least 2027 is what I would say. Like late 2027, based on the fact that we now have an alpha and stuff. But it's not a definite answer. I'm not going to put this game in a category of, oh, top upcoming games of 2027, because I don't know if it's actually coming out then, but I hope so. We'll keep knowing more. I'll keep you guys posted every time I hear info and news and stuff about it. Yep. Food sounds good. Had 2 coffees on an empty stomach, Poison. Feeling a little ill. Yeah. When you started releasing the teaser, or when they started releasing the teasers, made people think it was coming soon. Yes. Like, I think what they should have maybe done, like, I don't know, the way Light No Fire is doing it, right? So Light No Fire is like that's one of my top, most anticipated games. But it's hard to call it my most anticipated when it's like we really don't know much about it, but it looks cool and the concept's really cool. But all they did was release 1 clip of the game. That's it. And I think because it was, because Hello Games is such a big, well-known dev team and stuff, it's like a lot of speculation. Like that 1 clip sort of wreaked havoc on the internet, right? But because of that, it's like they're not letting people know anything more until they actually know more, right? Until they can give us more promises. And I think because they learned from No Man's Sky launch and stuff when it came to that game, and so I think it's it's always tough. Like how early do you post something and announce things, right? Because there's all kinds of yeah, it's hard because you want to build, a following, and it's always hard to know, like, oh, how early is too early. It's always going to be trial and error a little bit. Be very happy to pay for early access at this point because it looks very playable as is. Yeah, so right now, like, I don't know how playable the rest of it is. They have the rest of it in place. But right now, all we have access to is this specific building alpha, right? So there's There is no quest line or storyline or any combat or anything like that in the alpha right now. They have it in the game. I have not played it though. You know, the best we can really hope at is like, oh, we can sort of see some of the combat animations of like special attacks, fast swinging, you know, we can evade, we can roll, and then, you know, be able to block. I can climb stuff, you know, so we get to see a little bit of the, like, how things are going to function. If I go into my, you know, I can crouch and sneak around and roll and all kinds of things, which is cool. Yeah, it looks like it'll be good, but, and then when we go into our map, you know, like, we have crafting and other things like deconstruction, repair, like, we've got the journal with, but obviously, like, there's nothing in it right now, and so, you know, but eventually, yeah, there's gonna be the full-on, you know, quest system here. Creature, commissions, Society of Explorers, kindly request a random description of the current quests, including an important piece of information, if needed, a location where it can be found. Yeah, and like recipes, explorer points, resources. It seems like it's gonna have a really cool survival element and a lot of cool quests. I'm not sure how it all works though. They basically disabled all this stuff for the alpha. So all you'd get access to is a super tiny island. The alpha island, imagine this, but like way in like a big circle. It's still pretty big. But like the alpha right now, we're getting access to maybe 5% of the game, is what they were saying, right? So that's yeah, that's something to take note of, basically, is that there's a lot more than what we see here. But yeah, the climbing's awesome. They actually have a story behind, or wait, being worked on for the game. Love the job they've done, but I'm not a fan of games that don't have much lore. Yeah, or some. I do believe they're cooking up a lot in that regard. But it'll be interesting to see sort of what it is, how it comes out, you know, things like that. They want players to bridge buy or breach, I don't know, the game before they push it to early. Break the game. Yes. Yes, they do. And it's kind of cool that they are doing an open alpha where we're allowed to share things about it. I think it's cool to see the progression. I think it's awesome that, you know, the alpha testers have basically influenced, I'd say, over 200 build pieces at this point. Like, the devs are adding everything or suggesting everything you guys are suggesting, the comments as well in the chat, which is really cool to sort of be a part of the development of the game. A lot of games sort of have this, even Enshrouded, you know, they had the alpha that I was a part of a few months before it went into the demo, and but that was it. Like, they didn't really do much from the alpha to the demo or whatever. It was like, here's the alpha, just try to break the game, let's do a few bug patches. What I like about Under a Rock, though, is they're doing an alpha for building upon the game as well. So rather than just, hey, try to break the game, let's do some bug patches, maybe add or remove a few things, they're like, we're actually influencing the game being built in a way. You know, this whole, like, this is what we talked to the devs about having the ability to landscape. I was like, hey, games don't have this. You have a landscaping tab, please make this for one in the actual game when it launches, and for two, build upon it. And they absolutely did. You know, like, this is so cool. You know, we didn't have, like, this was something that I thought was really cool, and they've just built upon it and given us all these features and pieces, and I think that's a really cool thing. And personally, I think that's what early alphas should be for, whether it's NDA or open like this. Open just means, hey, they get more feedback because you guys can also react to me playing it and share your thoughts and things, which I think is cool. You know, when they do an open alpha, though, it usually means like, all right, we might start seeing early access sometime soon. You know, I feel like they can't do an open alpha and still wait many years after before releasing it, but I do love that they're listening and they're implementing this stuff You know, it's only been going on for like a month or a little more, and yet they've added these like as we speak. You know, next week they're gonna have an update. They're gonna be adding round doors and all these other new building pieces, right? And they're sort of focusing it in on that building aspect right now, which I think is really cool. Super cool. Be happy to break it for them. I've alpha beta tested games for years. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So we've got a lot of bugs. We got a lot of great feedback from a lot of the testers. It's been good so far. Really cool they are listening as long as they aren't trying to please everyone. Yes. And I made it pretty clear to them for that of like certain things that maybe I would want, but that I also realize wouldn't fit in a game like this, right? Like I think there's the concept of being too strict, which if I'm being 100% honest, I would say Valheim is like that. If if you played Valheim. Valheim devs are incredibly strict on what they add and what they listen to the players about. And it can be tiresome sometimes. It's like, gosh, I just need a mod for everything because the base game just doesn't have this, like, and we really need it and we want it. And sometimes if enough creators like keep begging for stuff, like the round door, for example, the Dwarven build pieces, like, or the Diverger build pieces or whatever, they finally added it, right? But Valheim strikes me as a game that's in that like borderline too strict. I get that they're trying to follow their own game, but they really don't listen to players and community and feedback as much as I think they should. This is just my personal thoughts. Valheim's a great game, one of my absolute favorite games. I will be playing a ton of it 1.0, but that's just Valheim in that regard. Enshrouded, I think, is kind of that happy medium, where in the alpha, yeah, it was a closed, NDA alpha. They didn't add a whole lot based on player feedback from there, but throughout the development, they've added a lot. We've gotten to interview the devs on the channel of Enshrouded, ask about a lot of stuff, influence a lot of things, the whole idea of Blackmire biome and the giant trees and all kinds of stuff like that. I think they've done a really cool job sort of listening to the players as the game has developed, maybe not through like an alpha directly, but they've done a great job of listening to the players while keeping the game authentic to their own lore and their own thing, and not taking in everything, right? So I think Enshrouded did a great job. It's partly why Enshrouded is one of my favorite games of all time. I think they have such a great game, good lore, good story, good quest line, great building. The performance is really the only thing I complain about with that one. But yeah, so I think there is a happy medium. And then there are games that listen way too much to players. Way too much. And they just start implementing everything, and then the game just becomes a mess. I can't... Maybe I could try to pinpoint one or two if I sort of thought about it for a long time. The whole idea of like Autonomica, I don't know if any of you all have heard of that one that's coming out. Sort of trying to be like a jack of all trades style game. I'm a little worried for its success, but we'll see. Asuka. Oh, you think Asuka is listening too much to players? Maybe. I don't know though. I think Asuka's been pretty good so far. I can't think of like Asuka things where it's like ruined the game by being too or you're saying like too strict, or what are you thinking there? Valheim didn't really stick with you for some reason. Keep saying you need to go back and give it another go. Yeah, just wait till 1.0. Just wait till 1.0. It needs to be finished. Sorry, I'm kind of not building on this cave anymore. We're just chatting for a bit. You guys cool with that? We're just chatting for a bit now about some games and things. I wish we could kind of sit in the chairs and chat. They'll add some little sitting in furniture. But yeah, so that's sort of where I'm at right now with some of the survival games. Is I wouldn't directly say like burnout, but I want the finished experience. I'm kind of like subconsciously tired of sinking thousands of hours into build projects and other things when it's constantly changing around. Especially for a game like Valheim, because unlike Enshrouded, Valheim, you got to start a new world when there's updates most of the time, because you have to sort of explore the world to progress, whereas Enshrouded, everything outside your Flame Altar updates, which has been partly why I've stuck with that game the most. But given that they're both coming in 1.0 at the end of this year, I'm really excited. Like, I might do more content with them than I ever have done on the channel, purely because they're just gonna be finished games, and they're really, really good, really good games. You know, Asuka has been great so far, but I feel like they're trying too hard to expand upon it. In what ways irksome? Because they rely too much on building stuff, the action stuff. Oh, for Asuka. Yeah, rather than like the game storyline and the environment and the biomes, like maybe if I'm understanding you guys correctly, like possibly. I feel like with Asuka, the one thing that I wish for that game was that they had more, like, when you log into the home screen, the starting screen of Asuka, you see those big mountains, and like this beautiful landscape with this, lake, this boat harbor, the mountains with the winding pathways, with the snow caps. There's no such biome in the actual game, right? And I think that's something that Asuka could do a really cool job of. Is just like, but they're starting to, I love that they did the sailing thing. Like, I think Asuka actually is doing a pretty good job so far, as long as they keep going, as long as they don't call it done yet, because I think there's a lot they need to add that would bring it together, and they're kind of focusing, rather than this full balanced, full circle way, they are kind of like, a more micromanaging your townsfolk and workers. Yeah, they kind of did. It's hardcore. It's hardcore. When I was playing Bellwright, I ended up really liking it, almost more than Asuka in some ways, because you could get it to where your townsfolk sort of managed each other, and you could just sort of plan out the village, and it was a little more relaxing and fun, and had a really cool quest line that I really liked, rather than feeling like you're constantly dragged down managing your village. And I really liked that about Bellwright over Asuka. I like Asuka in the sense of like the graphics, the vibe, it puts you in a very harsh environment. Like, you gotta survive and things, but yeah, nothing is micromanaging compared to Soul Mask. Yeah, Soul Mask can get pretty complex for sure. But yeah, Asuka just felt like if I didn't spend a lot of time in it constantly, that I would just forget how to do it. Like, I'd come back to my village and they would all just die because I forgot where I left off. I just couldn't keep track of all the villagers, and I didn't, that was always hard with Asuka. Well, Under Rock have NPCs that live and work in your base. More animals, Lisa. Think of it like Palworld, like Guardians of the Wild Sky. Your animals will help you, whether it's gathering things, helping you fight, being able to ride them, all kinds of stuff like that. So think of it, I don't know if we'll have people NPCs, but lots of animals with that. Takes a long time on the building. Yes, true. Yep. Like the NPCs work for the camp, but you still have to micromanage, like Irksome said, and there's too much focus that goes into that versus being in the world. Yes, I agree. I think they sort of had those functions down. The two biggest things I think Asuka has added that I've really liked was plantable trees, finally, and caves that respawn some iron. Like, I think every survival game needs resources that respawn, or the game in the world is just going to start feeling desolate, especially when the map is as small as Asuka. Windrose needs trees that respawn as well. I know the Divvy ones respawn, but the other ones need to respawn or something. I think that every survival game needs the respawning. So Asuka adding that was great. Those were my favorite updates, I have to say, so far, even beyond the ship stuff. But the ship stuff was cool because that expanded on the map, that expanded on the world. I think they just need more of those quests, I still never really got to, like, a boss fight in Asuka. It just didn't interest me enough to, like, get far enough along because there wasn't, like, really progression or storyline as much as it could be. Clam chowder is good, only made you hungrier, Eric, so I'm glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. You're cool with that, Lisa? Yeah, yeah. For the little pals and animals. Yep. Isaac with the 6-7. Thank you. How do you manage to find me on your shorts feed, Isaac? Because I don't think it notifies people in there. It's funny. Welcome in. The change in flags confuses you because I miss what they did with it. For what, Irksome? For what game is that? But yeah, going back to what I've been saying, like I think I'm just really excited for things to finally be coming out in 1.0. And because when you think about it, aside from, hey, Gravity Nightcore, welcome in, by the way. When is this game released? Probably late 2027 is when we can expect to hear more about early access. No promises on that, though. This is just a open alpha for building, so, but yeah, welcome. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'm thinking, like, the only survival games I've played that have really been, like, done, if I have to think about it, is, like, Minecraft, which is still sort of a live service game. Like, it continues to get updates, like, every few months. And I don't do it on the channel, really. What else? I can't think of stuff, because we started the channel kind of with Valheim. Okay, Grounded. I played Grounded 1 was a finished game, and that was cool. It just wasn't quite as much my vibe, I guess. And what do you guys think of this game, by the way, Under a Rock? The look and feel of it. Because that was something I was worried about initially, was like, oh, are you guys going to think it's too much like Grounded, and maybe it's like too, like, you know, too off-putting in that, like, cutesy way, or like scary way with the bugs or the oversized creatures, like, but it seems like it's different enough to where a bunch of you guys are liking it too. For some reason, like, this game I'm vibing with, but I didn't like Grounded quite as much. I like Grounded, but I just wasn't vibing with it like this game quite as much. Yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on it, like, in comparison to Grounded, because I know Grounded didn't do very well for the channel, but they took gathering, mining, etc. Oh, flags in Oscar to a simple flag. Yes, true. Okay, I see what you're saying. The flags in Oscar, yeah. Try to play Enshrouded again. The game's still, oh, it's still crashing on you still, Saber. I hope they do some performance tweaks for 1.0. I really do. I think they can, but I hope so. That'd be nice. And especially if they're coming out on, you know, PS5 and stuff. Really looking forward to it. Heck yeah. Flipping through the lives of in the shorts. Nice. Okay. And heck yeah, since you watch me, I'm recommending it. That's awesome. That's awesome. The little shorts live of my section, it's like it doesn't show my face cam or the chat or nothing, because it's just a cropped version of YouTube. Absolutely love the look of Under a Rock. Love the graphics, love the critters. Okay, that's awesome. I mean, this is good feedback. And based on, like, how many of you have tuned in for this game, like, given that it's a game not many people know about, like, this is a super slow time for the channel. So, like, you know, we're sitting, what do we got? Like 50 viewers on YouTube. That's great. Like, I'm really happy that enough of you guys are enjoying it to come and stop by for these little alpha update streams. This is awesome. And just chatting too. Like, obviously it's always fun. But yeah, so far, like, this is a game I plan to do on the channel when it comes out. I think it's awesome. And I think enough of you are enjoying it, that it's totally worth doing, for sure. Feels like a cozy game for all ages. The Grounded games feel like they're mostly for kids. Yeah, the look of them felt mostly for kids. Grounded was actually, like, I'd say less for kids than this game in terms of the actual story. Like, it was a dark, like, really creepy game, actually. When it came down to it, it just was marketed in that way that I think was off-putting to a lot of the adults. But I agree. This game has this more just peaceful, cozy feel, which I think everybody's just going to like right off the bat. Even if it has that more cartoony graphic style, I think everything's so cohesive and stylized in that way that I think is just really nice. Yeah, I think that's good. Enshrouded for you is working fine up until the recent update that they changed the whole skill tree. Oh, and then it just started crashing all the time. Not the art styles, but yeah, you have a point. Yes, Irksome, true. True. Yeah, I do love the art style of Under a Rock, I think. Grounded felt a bit plain for me. Like, it had some good building, but it's like the building pieces just, it was too little variety or something, where I just didn't feel like I could get as creative as, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get crazy creative. I mean, Timber builds and stuff, he comes in the chat sometimes, and great grounded builder. But yeah, I've been spoiled on games like Valheim and Enshrouded and Windrose now. You know, it's hard to go back. They're awesome. Windrose doesn't have a huge selection, but they have tons of pieces, and so the creative freedom there is awesome. But yeah, I'm just really excited to finally have these games coming in 1.0 and being able to really start just sinking in a lot of streaming time into them. And it's interesting because I'm almost thinking of this summertime as like the calm before the storm, if that makes sense. It's summer. It's a low time for gaming channels. Not many releases out. Gaming, like I have to give a big shout out to everyone watching right now. My 50 fans and maybe like 20 on Twitch or something. Y'all are freaking awesome. You show up all the time. It's like we got a crazy cool community here. And I really appreciate you guys. I really do. It's awesome. When we have the big releases, we get a ton of new people coming into the community. But it's so cool that we've got sort of this community. Keep talking about games, keep doing things, because I always think of you guys, like when I'm feeling down or when I'm like, I don't really know about streaming, there's just not much new coming out. It's like, well, hey, let's go live, let's chat, let's do some updates, a little bit of building and stuff. And it's awesome. Bear in mind that grounded games are under Microsoft Shadow. True. Heard of City actually got handed the Fallout faction, for example. Hopefully they don't, because I know Fallout was pretty good, I think. Was Forging the Path update caused a unit crash? Oh no. Alright. Didn't really like Grounded. While it's open world, it's very linear. Whereas, yes, very true, actually. Enshrouded had arguably way more quests and story than, well, maybe not story, but like a lot more quests than Grounded, but it does feel more open-ended, doesn't it? That's a very true thing. And yeah, Rowan, don't often chat, but I'm a lurker. Heck yeah. Appreciate all the lurkers here as well. You guys, you keep the channel going. It's amazing. It's I really appreciate y'all. And if you're new, if you're watching, if you're new today, subscribe, join our Discord server. Love to have you in the community. Planning to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. They did a great job. I know, it looks incredible. I don't think I will, time-wise and stuff. Also, given that it's like single player and there's no building and things like that, I still have a lot of Crimson Desert that I wanted to keep going through on my own time and stuff. But it does look phenomenal. I'd recommend it. I think it's getting crazy good ratings, and yeah. So, definitely awesome. But yeah, sometimes as a builder, when games aren't finished, I can get that like creative burnout, that artistic burnout of just like, I don't, it's like not really that I don't know what to do. I have some ideas, or sometimes like even if I don't have ideas, you just gotta sit down and start building, and then things just come to you over time. And it's like the classic 10-minute rule or something, or even 2-minute rule of like, you feeling bored or don't know what to do, just like sit down and do the thing you gotta get done for like 2 minutes, and then even just set like a timer, right? And if you sit down and then the 2 minutes is up, and you still didn't get anything done, you still don't feel like it, then fine, get up and do something else. You don't have to do it. But like 9 times out of 10, at least for people like me, I'm not diagnosed with like ADHD and stuff, but I know like I definitely thrive on a lot of things that help ADHD people when it comes to focusing and like getting things done and stuff. And so I think when it comes to that, 9 times out of 10, if I just sit down and I like open the game and I open the world that I'm about to start a build in, I'll just start something. And it ends up working out, even if I didn't have an idea, if I didn't feel inspired beforehand. Yeah, exactly. And if you force it, it doesn't work out well. Exactly. You just gotta like be okay with, hey, I'm just not feeling it today, kind of a thing. Carirto, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's something that I've been realizing with some of the builds, along with just inspiration. Like, you know, lately, some this is gonna come to an absolute shock to some of you guys because you know, I'm the cozy Bob Ross of survival games over here. Sometimes I'll play games like Fortnite or Arc Raiders in my free time because it's a perfect opposite to cozy survival games that still has a really wholesome community, and it's a good mix up for my brain to not be focused on one thing for too long and like come back fresher for survival games or other stuff like that, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's been fun lately. Sometimes I've been doing like just Fortnite or other fun games, making some new friends, playing some collab games and stuff, just for fun, just to mix it up, just to keep the creativity going and not get too burnt out on something. You plan builds, you just go completely impulse and as it goes. Yeah, Amy. And yeah, same with Poisonable. From what you've told me, Poisonable, your Windrose build and stuff, like I'm learning that I also have to just break the ties with perfectionism when it comes to builds. You know, like things like in Enshrouded where I'm like, okay, a build has to be exactly 4 blocks or 4 blocks lower than the last build. It has to snap perfectly from the last build. It's like, no, I just gotta pick places in the world or in the village to put a build and go with it. The build itself could have my own like building code about it, but I always put so much pressure on myself of like, oh, things have to be perfect. If I want to connect something with a bridge to another building or something, it's like, oh, I want it to be snapped. You know, the whole free placing concept, as some of you long-term viewers know. It's always hard. Chiselchip plays Fortnite, unsubscribes. I'll do a private Fortnite stream just for you, Irksome, just for that. So I multiple wait. Oh yeah, WIPs are good. You'll have inspiration. Yeah, one and not for the other, for sure, for sure. Live streams are great because your chatters can give you ideas. Yes, and I think that too. Like I am realizing, like I know the videos grow the channel more. They just do because it's like easier to search for YouTube and things like that. Sometimes for more complex projects though, like live streaming is what lights me up more. I like to go live. I like to chat with you guys. I like to you know, get some feedback, share some inspiration, do fun events like the build tours and things like that. I think that's just super fun. And so I'm trying to think of like, okay, for the build videos, it could be like certain tips I could share, certain, you know, news things if there's updates for games, smaller builds, you know, that are manageable in a build video. Because some of my projects are getting so big and crazy that it's like we mostly live stream these days, which is great. You know, I think I don't have to like compare myself to other building YouTubers or channels that mostly just do videos. I just like live streaming, and I think it can still grow. It's just gonna be a little slower, but I think it works. Just move from spot to spot and see what happens. Yeah, definitely. And your village turned out freaking amazing in Windrose, Poisonable. Yeah. Keep forgetting that Chiselchip is still a baby. I did grow up, did not grow up with Fortnite. Yeah, Isaac. I mean, I only like started. My brother was like, he wanted me to play a couple games of it with him like 5 months ago, and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this. And I like it. It's fun. It's really fun. And I did not know it had such a wholesome community of like a lot of older people too. There's the babies, but there's also groups of like, you know, adult groups you can play with. It's so fun. Your way of doing live streams will inspire you to actually start doing it yourself. Heck yeah, Irksome. Heck yeah. And I still got to get my other channel going and all that stuff. For sort of teaching about YouTube and being a creator and things. That's what I want to be doing as well over there. Love it so much. Haven't really done much since the residential area. Okay, nice. Yeah, got to get back to it soon for sure. Keep doing some builds and things. He was like 23 for years. I swear he's a vampiric kid. What are you waiting for, Chip? What do you mean, Catesy? What do you mean, what am I waiting for? What do you want me to do? Oh, not really waiting for much. We did our little cave concept. And maybe today it just keeps a little bit of a shorter stream, but hopefully you guys like chatting sometimes. Even if we're not doing a whole lot, but that's part of what I like about lives as well, is that sometimes it goes in a direction you don't really have planned. Everything, Chip, everything. Yes, everything, I know. For my channel and for the website, yeah, for all this stuff. And the roof builds, yep. Yes. Oh man. No, I will. I know. Gotta just get going on it. Get going on it all. And it'll come. I think that's the thing. It'll all happen eventually. Love your live streams, they're so fun. Heck yeah. I love y'all joining. It makes it super fun. And the community we built is just amazing. You guys are awesome, full of creativity and inspiration and fun stuff. And yeah, heck, if any do, because I've been noticing, because you know sometimes in the Discord, you have the little like status of people of like what games they're playing, and it's interesting. I noticed some of you guys playing like Arc Raiders and Fortnite and stuff like that in the off season. Maybe not people in the chat here, but I've been noticing a lot of people in there. And it's interesting. Maybe we'll have to do like a Monday Fun Day streams where it's like games that are different games, whether it's trying new games, doing other things to switch it up. Because I do it anyway. I just don't know if any of you guys would like that. That would be funny. He's watching y'all. Yep. Only play Heartopia and Windows right now. Nice. Hey, we could try Heartopia. I've never... Well, I actually did play the alpha of that a little bit. Play Heartopia? See, we could do different things. Or like when Halloween comes around, you guys, we gotta play more of that pirate game we did a little bit last year. That was cool. And they added ship combat and pirate ships and all kinds of stuff to that game. They've done like so many updates. That was crazy. Yeah, it has building, yes. Does. I have a friend that's like really into it, so maybe I'll have to try it again. But yeah, that pirate game, I've got another like apocalypse survival game that's going to be releasing about that time frame. Yeah, for Halloween we'll have to do some of those. Yeah, If Sunsets, yep. It was good. The Last Farm is still your favorite game for Halloween. I'm not streaming that one again, Isaac. I am not streaming that one again. You should do it on your channel just as a freaking meme. It's probably that was funny. That was really funny. I wanted to like it because the concept was cool, but it was probably the worst game I've ever played. Still think you should stream the demo. Trees Hate Me. Do a collab game like Party Animals with your community. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Keep giving me ideas in Discord and other things. But yeah, it's fun sometimes just to switch it up, and do some stuff, you know, get my creative batteries recharged for when we're gonna be doing streams like every day starting September 9th. It was the best survival horror game. It wasn't even like that like horror though. I mean, yeah, the zombies, I guess. It's so bad. Yeah, that was very funny. Have ideas for days? All right. Casey's gonna be the idea person. Already is, but enjoy the reactions while playing The Last Farmer. It was fun seeing someone try hard not to not hate quit. Yeah. I did finish the stream. I did. I tried. But the pirate game was pretty cool. If Sunsets was pretty cool. And Isaac and I played a little bit more of Night of the Dead, which was also pretty cool. They've kept updating that one. But yeah, the pirate one's also multiplayer. Maybe we should try it, Isaac, when it's Halloween. That one, or pick something fun and then do some streams. That would be cool. But yeah, starting September 9th, we're probably going to be live almost every day, at least like 5 times a week, maybe. because we're going to be starting the Valheim Forever World playthrough series, which is going to be hundreds of live streams on one of my favorite games ever. So that's going to be super cool. Lots of building, lots of, like, there's a huge community around Valheim. If any of you haven't played it, it's amazing. Such an amazing game. So we're going to be doing that, and then before we know it, only like a month later, we got Enshrouded 1.0, where we're going to be starting big endgame build projects and probably doing live streams of going through the Hollow Halls and all of the updates. I mean, this whole freaking new lava biome thing that they're looking like it's going to be added. Gosh, yeah, it's going to be amazing. And then Windrose Ashlands update that might be shortly after that. And those games will probably take us through like the year. You know, that's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome, though. I'm super excited. That dino game where you're trying to escape the island and the dinos are hunting you. Be a good Halloween game. I haven't... Okay, I don't know which one you're talking about. Ark? It's not Ark. No, the Night of Des, very intricate. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, though. I kind of liked the storyline, though, too. We never finished it, but I'm kind of curious. Maybe we should jump back in and see about finishing it, because I'm curious about the storyline in that game. It was kind of cool, and I liked that there was something. I like how the rope has like a hitbox for the top hat. It doesn't walk there. Plan on streaming the evening on October 15th, and then taking October 16th off for Enshrouded. Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be, like, if they launch their update at 3 a.m., I'm gonna be getting up at 3 a.m. That's gonna be a big one. Same thing for Valheim. Y'all can expect your skin to turn a little pale with all the sleep you'll be losing in October for Enshrouded, Castlevania, Belmont's Curse. Yes. Will there be any castle build in Enshrouded 1.0 comes out? You guys want me to do a castle build? I would consider it, and I thought about doing Hogwarts at one point. It's hard to do big castle builds and things with how bad the render distance is in Enshrouded. I don't think it's a great game for castle building, but at the same time, there are some pretty incredible builds. We could do a smaller castle, but a really cool detailed one, for sure. And like the Neuschwanstein castle and stuff that we toured. Some amazing builds out there. I gotta do another, we gotta do some more streams between now and Valheim of some build showcases. So, yeah, we gotta do some build showcases for Windrose, for Enshrouded. I know I've got some of y'all that got stuff to show, so we gotta do some of those. Come visit your world, Chip. We'll trade roof builds for my clutter decorating. Yeah, there you go. I still gotta finish the diagonal house in Enshrouded. Hey, maybe we work some more on that next week. Depending. We'll see. We'll do another Under Rock stream next week too, probably with the round doors and stuff. We'll see though, yeah. But yeah, we gotta work some more on that diagonal house in Enshrouded. Happened to our Lord of the Rings build plan, sir. We're gonna do that for 1.0. I think a lot of y'all wanted the server for 1.0 to be like a couple of themed servers, like whether it's Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or something. We pick a theme and then go full out with that theme on the server. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of you still we'll do like a little rain check for 1.0, what you guys want the server to be. If you just want it to be an open one like last time, or if we want you know, if we want to sort of have a theme to it, because yeah, for Windrose, for Enshrouded, for Valheim, I'll try to start the servers back up again. Possibly for Hightail too, if some more of the updates start coming out. If we do an evening stream, you could jump in and help decorate. Heck yeah. Alright, I'll try to get the mossy roof on that diagonal house. That's where we left off, because that part's going to take a bit. But yeah, we'll try to do that. And then, yeah, I got to look at all this Hightail news, though, too. Today they just dropped a ton of it, so I'm going to probably look at that after the stream. Yeah. That'd be cool, because they put like tons of videos and stuff about it in their article recently, so that'd be nice. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream there. Do some slightly shorter ones lately. And if you guys have any questions or things, feel free to pop them in the Discord, put them in the comments of the video. It's kind of cool to see this at night too. It's just like the dim or like early morning there. This was really cool, though. It was super cool to to check out how we could build our own cave in theory. And this is my goal for a cave house in under a rock. I want to sort of take what we did here and do it on the other cave that we had in that one world, and then try to sort of deck out the interior a little bit, make it cozy. So yeah, eventually, once they do a few more updates and stuff, I'll start working on that video. Like I said, I'm working on another Windrose build, the Pirate Fortress. So that'll be a really long build video that'll be coming out hopefully in the next week, maybe a little more. But yeah, super excited. First time I caught you live, I think, was that diagonal. Oh, nice, Poison. Heck yeah. Trying to keep this game on our radar. Yeah, definitely. Be sure to wishlist it. Check out their trailers and stuff for more info and be able to see all their creatures and combat sneak peeks and all kinds of stuff. Nordic Trolls and Under Rock YouTube channels, they've been sharing stuff. So definitely keep it on your radar. Under Rock is a great game. It's looking like it's a great game, and it just keeps getting better and better and better every week. They keep adding some awesome stuff. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Be sure to subscribe, like the VOD if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're on Twitch or Kick, and I will see y'all next time. Have a great weekend. Maybe we'll stream Tuesday or some other time next week. I'll keep you guys posted until we get consistent, but yeah, thank you all so much. I'll see you next time. Alrighty, cheers.